decades of legislation have served to outlaw the practice, there are still a small number of travelling families who spend their lives illegally stealing onto public places. It is an endless cycle of invasion and eviction. The travellers against the council whose job it is to remove them, the hunters and the hunted. 19-year-old bride-to-be Helen moves around South London with her parents.
We moved here last night. We got evicted off the other place. We were on it for, I think it was a night, 2 nights, and we got put off and we come here. We're getting put off this again though as well. Council was around today. Stop, Brian! Stop!
She is well used to inciting the wrath of angry local residents.
We pulled into a camp a couple of weeks back, and there was we were pulling, like as we were coming in, an old man stood in front of the motor. Fuck off! This isn't a gypsy hideaway. This is a public park and all this. He was like really rude for no reason, and we never said anything to him. He was in the park walking his dog. Like, we didn't stop him from doing that. He could still walk. There was plenty of space to walk his dog.
Don't spit me foot. Sorry, you merry man.
Helen is currently encamped in a local park near Croydon with 7 other families. A close-knit group that includes her elder sister, Marie, her brother-in-law, Jimmy, and their 2 young children. Despite the pitfalls, many of the group feel that living outside the law is an unavoidable consequence of their way of life.
I couldn't see myself living a countryman's lifestyle, to be honest with you. I couldn't fit into it. I just wouldn't get it. I just wouldn't fit into the culture, if you know what I mean. I just couldn't do it.
So you don't ever question your way of life?
No way, absolutely not.
What's the good bits and what's the bad bits?
You see other people in it. The bad bits when you call you gypsies, pikeys, travellers, whatever you call them. Chippos.
Reiki.
Picos. Yeah. And they throw like when we go into a camp or like a field or something, put us off straight away. Yeah, the people stand like, when are you leaving? Fucking lot of idiots.
Groups like Helen's play a constant game of cat and mouse with the local council. Tonight, having been served an eviction notice, they will attempt to seize yet another local park under cover of darkness.
How'd you put that into that trailer? I don't know. Put that in there because if I leave it in Marie's, I'll never forget this stuff tonight. Move over the chair, Jimmy. Lift up.
How long were you here for?
I think 2 nights. Yeah, 2 nights, 2 days.
We're leaving again. The council is leaving us again. Won't be allowed to stay, huh? Hi, stay behind me, man.
Helen's brother-in-law Jimmy is a seasoned pro. This is the 20th time the group have moved in the last month.
So we're just getting a convoy up along the road now. We all follow each other, you see? Yeah?
No, Wacky. Will you stay at the back, Wacky?
I'll stay in the back, Wacky. Willie, my lights is off.
Do you find it quite stressful?
No, I don't, but the men do. So I just tag along. But the men find it stressful because they've got to do everything. But travelling is like good as well. I like travelling. I like to move around. Then we'd love to travel.
Along with the rest of the men, Jimmy has targeted a suitable park nearby.
Are you going far?
No, a couple of miles down the road. You know what I mean? But we still like to stay local there, you know what I mean?
The night raid has been successful. It will now be up to the council to evict them.
It's all right for now until we get moved again.
We'll only get about 2-3 days on it. I reckon if she had a choice to press a button and get rid of all of us all instead of doing it in 2 seconds.
If they could bomb us out, they would.
Probably the police will be out in a few minutes now again, as usual.
Quick!
Travelling life, love, innit? We don't call it travellers for nothing now, they say, don't they? You know what I mean?
Although she lives in a state of constant upheaval, Helen is due to marry her fiancé David in just over a month's time.
Are you ready for me, yeah?
Yeah, just give me 1 second.
I can't wait.
And she's currently juggling the chaos of her lifestyle with the stress of planning a spectacular summer wedding.
Helen, is that big enough for you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's lovely.
It make it smaller if you want to.
No, I want it like that. It's perfect like that.
It is big.
That's the veil. It's the famous veil Marie was on about. Yeah, it's really lovely. It's nicer and white, I think.
You're shaking.
Yeah. Oh God, it really is outstanding. Just can't wait to see it. Like, turn around, look at it.
Now you're ready to see yourself, Daniel.
Yes.
And look at that mirror. Tell me what you think.
Oh, it's well done.
Helen has the dress of her dreams. And for a girl more used to the struggle and hardship of life on the road, it is a rare moment of glamour.
Just like one day, your life you can dress like this with a big skirt.
So what's going to change after the wedding day?
After the wedding, I'll be married and I won't be going to daddy every 5 minutes for money. It'll be David. I won't depend on my daddy, I'll depend on him. So it'll be different. Change. But in a good way, hopefully.
Having grown up in a house, Helen's fiancé, 18-year-old David, has recently joined the group travelling around South London. But the couple only started talking online 6 weeks ago, and they were engaged just 7 days later.
Tell me, when did you two meet?
Tell her David. I'm telling her this the whole time.
Oh my God.
It's a couple of weeks ago.
We met a couple of weeks ago.
About 7 weeks ago.
And was it love at first sight?
Yeah, it was one David.
Do you want to have a big family?
No.
Yeah.
He can say what he wants, but what he gets is two different things, you know.
So you got no choice in the matter, really, you know what I mean? If it happens, it happens. If we have 21 kids, we have 21 kids, you know.
David, I'm not having 21. You'd be lucky to get one. No 21.
And are you going to be travelling before the wedding, do you think?
Maybe.
He won't be. He's not allowed to travel before the wedding.
Shut you.
Because
Shut you for
the wedding is in 6 weeks. If anything goes wrong,
What do you mean if anything goes wrong?
if he gets arrested or if anything happens to him, I'll die. I just loves him so much. No, but seriously, don't push me either.
Once wed, Helen plans to continue her life on the move. But like many traveller girls, marriage represents a gamble.
You don't really know someone till you live with them, do you? That's a risk a travelling girl takes because we can't do anything like that before we're married. We don't drink before we're married. We don't spend the night with our boyfriends before we're married. We've got to be married before we can even stay out past 12 o'clock with them, do you know what I mean? It could be all sweet.
For years, local councils were required to provide temporary sites for gypsies to park up on. But this obligation was dropped in the mid-90s, and ever since, travellers who wish to stay on the road have had nowhere to go. 19-year-old Helen spends her life on the move, living in public parks. But she currently has more pressing matters on her mind, planning her upcoming wedding.
I can't believe it myself. It's all like setting into reality now.
With just 4 days to go, she is visiting a nearby nail bar with her elder sister Marie to make sure her hands are up to scratch on the big day.
Yeah, these are the last things I have to do now for the wedding. Just get, like, make myself look well hot for the wedding kind of thing. I think Helen is in La La Land at the moment. I think she thinks everything's all rainbows and unicorns. But like actually it's not. Like after the honeymoon is over, maybe 2 weeks after the honeymoon is over, she's just going to be like left there, clean up all day.
Did you ever want to be anything else but a traveller's wife?
Yeah, I wanted to go to college to learn how to do nails and hair. And I never did go, I never was settled long enough to go.
All of the bridal party must go through the same beautification process, including niece Lily Ann. But she is less than excited by the prospect.
She have to do that for 2 seconds. 2 seconds.
When did young traveller girls start learning about beauty?
Straight away, really, because when they're newborns, they have their nails painted already.
Here's probably 3 or 4 weeks out. Everything's done like really quickly. She's not going to touch it, but nothing else, Liliane. Helen isn't the only member of the family concerned about their appearance.
I'm just seek consultation to get me band on.
Oh, right, excellent.
Despite his problems with the local council, her brother-in-law Jimmy has taken a road trip of a different kind, visiting Birmingham ahead of an operation which he hopes will tackle his weight problems.
And why have you decided to get a gastric band?
Why? Well, there's many reasons, isn't there? Many reasons. I don't think the wife loves me no more. The best half of my friends all have it. The best half of them. I mean, most of them. And I'm feel like the odd one out, so make a change as well, you know what I mean? Me health really more than anything really in as well.
Operations like these are increasingly popular within sections of the travelling community. But until now, they have preferred to keep the practice a secret.
I've noticed a change really within the last 2 years. I personally have, guided probably around about 36 travellers through gastric banding. When they phone up to make a band adjustment, they'll phone up specifically to speak with myself to check on the list that there are no other travellers there so that they don't bang into, if they didn't do it that way, we would end up sometimes on a busy clinic day with band adjustments, having quite a few of our travellers turning up at the same time.
So there's a lot of new evidence in the last couple of years that we understand it a lot better than we used to.
Yeah.
The upcoming surgery is designed to decrease the size of Jimmy's stomach.
Your body squeezes the food through the band.
It's a measure he feels will help him curb some of his more excessive habits.
So how's the diet been going?
I mean, go to the pub and get about 20 points, 25 points, come home and then ate about 2 kebabs while you're waiting. Ate one while you're waiting for one.
Travellers like Jimmy, who follow the traditional nomadic lifestyle, face widespread animosity from the local community. Just 2 days after their arrival at the local park in Croydon, they have been served yet another eviction notice. By the end of the day, they'll be camped on somebody else's doorstep.
I see them on the local fields when they come out, and then we're always worried if they're going to be around at night. Double check you should lock the house. And they leave a lot of mess around quite often.
It's always happened around here, so I'm used to it. Over that field, go around the corner here. So yeah, they're all pretty much everywhere.
And I used to be very disruptive, driving lorries on the field and dumping concrete and bricks and stuff.
Their attitude to authority seems to be, we do what we like.
I think it's got a lot to do with the public, why we have to leave so soon, because they're very, very against travellers here.
Do you feel like it's your right to be able to pull up anywhere?
Yeah, I do, if it's away, it's not in anybody's way, we're not doing any harm here.
Do you pay rent on places like this?
No. It's public places, so no, we don't.
Do you think that might be why people get annoyed?
No, I think it's just the fact that we're travellers. They just don't like the thought of travellers being in their local park. He just wants to be left alone. If we were left here, we wouldn't do no harm. We'd clean up after ourselves. We'd do whatever we could, to keep out of the way. Pick them all up, quick. I really don't think the public around this area like travellers whatsoever. Move then, Liliane.
Life would be a lot easier, wouldn't it, if we were just left alone to be like everybody else. I mean, we're no different than anybody else, because we just have a name of it being the gypsy or a traveller. We're no different than anybody else out there, is it? You know what I mean? We're all the same people here, We just have a different way of living than they have. So that was it.
Although her lifestyle can appear rough and ready, like all brides, Helen wishes to look her best on her wedding day. And beautifying herself in a caravan is always challenging.
There's no showers, no toilets, and the electric only in the night time, off the generator, do you know what I mean? And there's only certain things you can run. You can't run the straighteners off the generator, do you know what I mean? Because it'll blow up. So it's too high. So you're going around with your hair standing at attention.
So what do you do for showers and toilets?
Go up to the swimming pool and use the showers. Go for a swim.
Having packed up, the travelling clan will now attempt to commandeer their 20th public park in the space of a month.
Jimmy, quick, Jimmy! Right, come on, Jimmy, would you?
Yeah, get in with Tony, quick, your mummy's gone off.
One of the group has identified a field 20 minutes down the road that will suit the family's needs. But now they're on the road, they need to move swiftly and in convoy, giving them safety in numbers.
Don't want to be the last in the convoy. Like when you don't know where you're going, what camp we're going to, it's more difficult because then you get stopped at the lights and stuff like that there, and you can't find your way where you're going, you know what I mean?
What are you looking for in a camp?
Just somewhere where you can stay and somewhere safe for the children. Like fields away from the road. If you're out in like a main road, it's so awkward. The children have to be kept in because you're afraid to stay and get run over or whatever. Sit back, Lillian, and stop.
What do you think people think when they see a load of trailers driving around?
I hope they don't pull into our local park.
Where are we?
The football field, yeah, that's where we are. In the big football ground.
Most of the group has successfully taken over the park, a football pitch that backs onto a housing estate. But there is a problem, and the police have arrived.
The pig wasn't there, and we came just to stabilise our vehicle there.
The entrance to the park is being blocked, and the convoy has been split in half.
The councilman is after pulling this lawnmower in front of the entrance of the camp. The other trailers can't get in, and nobody can get in or out now because they refuse to move it, and the police won't do anything about it.
Travellers have a reputation for dumping their rubbish. The council worker has been forced to deal with a different group on this field before, and they apparently left a sea of debris in their wake.
If I move it and everyone gets on there, and the state of it last time, that it took us like bloody 2 weeks to clear it up. That's why.
It's his council, not a police.
It's not up to me. I don't want to move this. All I want to do is get out.
He's perfectly within his rights to put that vehicle there like he's has.
Yeah, but he does. He's only the gardener. He only mows the lawn. It's like talking to a wall because I'm not getting any satisfaction out of this.
What are you going to do if this happens on your wedding day?
Oh gosh, I'd be like Bridezilla that I'll want somebody dead if this happens on my wedding day.
Here he comes.
It's moving it now, I think. Thank you very much. It's very nice of you to move it after 2 hours.
Eventually, the council worker bows to the pressure, and the rest of the convoy are allowed in. But in the course of the debate, Helen has seen something that has caught her eye.
The blue and orange goes nice together.
Yeah, blue and orange is well put together. If you'd have known that, Helen, you could have got your bridesmaids that colour.
Oh, no, it's for the time they wouldn't come if they stick a looking at blue and orange. We won't be here for long though, we'll be here a couple of days.
How do you know that?
Story of my life.
Travellers who spend their life on the road don't have to pay rent and don't have mortgages. So when times are good, they have more disposable income than most.
The new pushes on the front wheels?
Yeah.
Helen's brother-in-law Jimmy earns his money tarmacking in the local area. And today, he's putting his travelling troubles to one side to engage in some retail therapy.
No.
The newly kitted out quad bike is a present for Jimmy's young son. And as the newest member of the group, Helen's fiancé David has come along for the ride. Owner Nigel has known the family for some time. But as always with travellers like Jimmy, a lengthy negotiation process is necessary.
Listen, when I do give you money, you do realise you have to give me something back for luck.
Something back for luck?
Yeah.
What's that all about?
It's a traveller's thing. You know what I mean? It's like a goodwill gesture, like have a good fun driving your bike gesture. You know what I mean? Like, in other words, yeah, look, stop.
I'm just preaching.
No, hold on, don't talk.
The travellers always say there's got to be a deal to be done. Yeah. Can we round it off? Can we? You'd say, okay, well, we'll pay for that, yeah, but can you also throw in this? There's never a straight answer. They never, ever go, okay, thanks very much, I'm really happy with the work, and off they go. They've always got to have one over on you. Always.
Traveller's deal, isn't it? You're going happy with that, yeah? All right. That's no problem at all. That sounds good for me.
The deal is done. But it soon transpires that while Jimmy has been bartering, David has been caught stealing a can of engine oil.
You tried to nick some two-stroke oil?
Who?
You tried to nick two-stroke oil?
You did?
Yeah.
Why are you being so silly for?
Some sort of idiot, ain't you? Why bring him along with you?
Why are you doing that for them? Did you try and do it? Are you only joking? Truthfully.
Well, it's not good, is it? That means I can't have you in my shop again.
I'm not robbing us, you know what I mean? If I was...
What are you doing then, if you're not robbing?
Tormenting you.
What's worse, isn't it?
No, tormenting means he's only messing with you, isn't he joking?
And then I was messing with him and said, look, I said, if you can find it.
I'm disappointed, actually, guys.
Yeah, honestly.
I am disappointed.
No, David.
Although the trade still goes ahead, the incident has soured relations with the owner.
Watching you from now on.
This one's Jimmy's.
Despite having only known David for 12 weeks, Helen's wedding day is already upon her, and the bridal party are readying themselves for a long day ahead.
Give me a sausage and egg muffin and a hash brown.
Such an occasion requires access to reliable power sources and hair straighteners, luxuries that trailers on the road can't provide, so the girls have abandoned their caravans in favour of a local hotel.
Just getting a little bit nervous now, Lucy. Everything's starting to kick in. Like a couple of hours, I've got to be there and get married, and it's like, well, hectic.
It's a magic thing he does.
It's like Tinkerbell. It's like Tinkerbell.
Tighten it in a bit, maybe, you know?
I don't know how I'm going to clip this time. Does that feel right?
No, it feels very loose. I feel like it's going to fall off. I know this. I'm very unlucky, and it's going to fall out.
We're fudged some super glue.
How many cans of Red Bull have we gone through?
I haven't got a clue. There's like about 10 cases had to be bought this morning, and every one of them was gone.
Dress lads, jackasses, can't see where they're walking.
Weddings in the travelling community often take place within a few close-knit families, but Helen and Marie's family history meant that their cousins were off limits.
It happens a lot in the travelling community where cousins marry cousins. Like my dad and mum is first cousins. We had to write to Pope John Paul for to get consent for to get married off him.
And he sent back a certificate. Now it's framed and it's in my nanny's house in Ireland.
Well, like when we were growing up, my mum and dad was very worried because if any of our cousins grabbed us or we kissed on it, then Mummy was like, oh no, you can't go on with him. And like if you ever got married alone, it's only a kiss. Yeah, but that's how it all starts. No, you can't do that.
Why not?
Because the blood's too close.
Helen is ready to be transported to the church. She spent much of her life on the road eluding the authorities, but today's journey is proving even more nerve-wracking.
How's it going, Helen?
Getting a little nervous. It's really happening now, like this is it. I'm getting really, really nervous.
Off we just, Martina.
Just 12 weeks after meeting her fiancé David, it's the day of Irish traveller Helen's wedding. The convoy has halted for the big day, and they've all turned out in force. The significance of the moment is not lost on the bride.
This is where a new beginning starts and my old life ends.
How long have you been waiting for this day?
Couple months.
What? Tell them to walk. Walk. Go up the aisle.
are asking God to give His blessing upon Helen and David, to be with them in all the years of their lives. I, David, take thee, Helen, to be my lawful wedded wife, to love and to cherish till death do us part. On it goes. You make a surprise? Just a small one.
David and Helen are now man and wife. And at the reception venue, the celebrations can begin.
Margaret, you mommy wants you.
The dance floor soon fills with friends from across the country. But by now, Grandmother Maggie is well used to the spectacle of a traveller wedding.
That's my grandson got married today, David.
How many grandchildren do you have?
I have a child every year. So how can I count up for how many great-grandchildren that I have? Because the breed's like rabbits in the field.
A life spent on the road is always unpredictable, but having travelled since childhood at the behest of her father, it is now David who will decide Helen's future.
The scariest thing about being married now is having to go with him tomorrow and not with Mummy and Daddy. It's going to be like, to move in with him and everything is going to be scary because I've never done it before, so yeah, it's going to be well hectic.
Be living?
No, I still don't know. I'm married now and everything, and I don't know where I'm going to go.
A month and a half after her wedding, the fairy tale is over. And Helen is back with her travelling companions, living alongside her sister and Jimmy on a roadside next to IKEA. But they expect to be moved on at any moment, and Jimmy is becoming increasingly irritated by the constant battles with the council.
Where are we going to go? Where can we go?
Some people would say, why don't you get a house like everyone else?
Well, of course, we'd love to do that. If the council give us the house, we go on the house. There's no problem, but look at the waiting list in the house. You can't get one. All they tell you is waiting list. You can't get a house.
Do you know where you're going to go?
We don't. That's the problem. Because we've already been to a load of places already. And every time we go, the council just puts us off again, just like you heard me telling them. Every time, it's the same process, every single time.
While Jimmy grows frustrated by the endless cycle of invasion and eviction, Helen's world could be about to change forever.
Your results is pregnant and you conceived approximately 2 to 3 weeks ago. I'm 2 to 3 weeks pregnant. Helen's all grown up and having a baby, married and everything now.
Well, how long is married? 6 weeks. How long are you pregnant? 3 weeks pregnant. Or 4 weeks, how many?
3.
3 weeks pregnant. It took them 3 weeks there, you know what I mean, to bake that bun. It's too slow, way too slow.
If I didn't get pregnant straight away, I'd think there was something wrong with me, because Helen's never got pregnant. There must be something, because I think that all travelling girls panic. If they don't get pregnant straight away after they get married, it's because they think there'll be something wrong with them or whatever.
Armed with her good news, the expectant couple visit David's mother's house.
Hello! How are you? Give me presents.
Get me.
Tell me your good news.
Get me.
I'm pregnant.
You're what?
I'm pregnant.
Mommy, Helen's having a baby now.
Switch off the telly, Paddy.
No, I'm going to play side. I say you're a chap, Mum. I'm sure David's like a Cheshire cat the whole way here. He's
Would
smiling.
you blame him though? Smashing how good looking it's going to be.
At last.
The announcement sparks a battle of the sexes.
I'm going to be a boy. The boys are a lot stronger than girls, and they go out hawking for the stuff and earn money. And that's the way we are.
Boy or girl?
Boy, dude, boy.
A boy.
Yeah.
You don't want a nice little pretty girl, no?
I like girls for them boys.
Yeah, girls are way better.
I'm trying on them little dresses. Bullshit.
Despite his ongoing battles with the council, Jimmy has bigger issues he wishes to address. And today he's travelled to Birmingham for a gastric band operation that he hopes will tackle his ballooning weight problems.
I feel a bit nervous, I wouldn't lie, but I mean, it's natural to be nervous, isn't it? You know what I mean? Human being, but no, I'm okay. So just go and get it done and get it over and done with.
How can you afford to get something like this done at a place like this when you live in a trailer often on the side of a road?
Well, you should never judge the person by his cover of his book, should you? You know what I mean? Because the way they live, it doesn't mean that they have anything, does it? A fella could live in a big posh house, and you know what I mean. It's only our show, isn't it? You know what I mean? It could be a mortgage up to his TY bog. They can't afford to pay his mortgage.
Blood pressure's okay. Your oxygen levels are fine.
Wife Marie has also had gastric band surgery.
So far so good.
And she's well aware of the seriousness of the operation.
Yeah, I was very nervous, but all these observations, I have to check it out all right, so...
That's fine.
I've got high hopes.
You've not had anything to eat or drink this morning?
No.
Okay. We check you're decent to walk you down the corridor. You are? You ready then?
Ready to go.
This is it. Come on then.
How are you feeling now, John?
I feel nervous, to be quite honest with you.
Give him a hug.
If you're alright, Joe, don't worry about it.
I'll look after him.
I'll see you when you get back.
Careful.
This will be Jimmy's first time in surgery. And after 5 years of marriage, Marie is aware that he isn't the world's best patient.
I know he's very nervous, but and he's the biggest pet. He pets for everything. Like if he hurts his toe, it's the worst thing in the whole world. For like this, I'm done over this now. I'm going to get tortured like for about a month and a half.
What's a traditional traveller's diet?
Travellers, they're very unhealthy people, travellers are. They really are so unhealthy. They eat everything, they don't care about how many calories is in this thing. And then mostly when the men is out all day, they stuff themselves in around the cafes. But mostly the standard diet for a travelling girl is about 15 cans of Red Bull a day. Sweets and chocolate every time they go to the shop, and McDonald's for breakfast and dinner if you can get there.
Feel the bed going up in the air, okay?
I think it is going to change his life. I think this is what Jimmy needed, definitely 100%. I think he's going to be a new person after this, hopefully.
Although Jimmy's surgery might solve his weight problems, there is seemingly no quick fix to the issues facing modern travellers. Some South London councils estimate they spend over £3,000 a week dealing with groups like Jimmy's. Jane McCoy works for Sutton Council, and she is well used to the presence of travellers in the neighbourhood.
They're a financial burden because we have to clear up after them, we have to liaise with them. If they refuse to move on, then we have to take legal action.
What do you think the answer is?
We need more sites, more authorised sites for them, so that they can, temporary sites, so they can move around without, making a nuisance of themselves to people that want to enjoy the facilities that are there for them.
Whilst authorised sites might be the solution, few people want one built in their area. And for now, the struggle between residents and travellers will continue.
Delivery daddy?
It's November, and Jimmy is preparing himself for a long winter. The caravans will soon become freezing cold, and unless they can find somewhere more permanent to stay, the families will have to face the harsh weather on the move.
It's torture travelling for the winter, because as soon as the children come back from school, they have to be brought in because it gets dark. In the summer, it's lovely out travelling, but in the winter time, it just gets it's miserable.
Being a traveller, people think, oh, they've got everything, what they need, out in the field or wherever they're travelling, on the hot summer's day, and you've got this place to go to and that place. It's not as simple as that, is it?
Jimmy craves some stability, but it will not be forthcoming. The council have arrived, armed with a new eviction notice.
Why 1 o'clock tomorrow? I only come last night.
Someone must have complained to the council in the first place.
Well, I'll tell you the people's complaint. What they complain about? I'll tell you what they complain about. It's just some people just complain who's in the houses who have problems with travellers. What
you don't know is we are fighting hard for a transit site.
Why will they not live it too?
Because they don't want it here, they don't want it there, they don't want it there.
That's been racist, you know that. Honestly it is. All right, thanks very much. Let's see you later on. We have to leave tomorrow at 1 o'clock. There's another one again. Put one in the books again, the same as usual stuff, you know. Every single time. No, what is that? Oh my, when he barely put in there yesterday.
On the road again.
Back on the road again.
Having spent a lifetime on the road, Jimmy and Marie are well used to visits from the council, but some members of the travelling clan maintain a passion for reform.
I've been travelling nearly every bit of my life, and every day we get moved off our camps. Now, if we had sites, it would be so much easier if we'd be able to go to school every day. Nearly every day I'm late for school because we're so far away from it. I had a dream that I could be a solicitor when I grow up, but that dream will not come true until we get... I want to have a successful
lifestyle seemingly wavering. Jimmy and the travelling clan are wearily packing up their belongings in the freezing cold.
I'm just packing away all my stuff. I have to leave on the road again.
They have been at the roadside off the A23 for just 3 days, but tonight is bonfire night. And there will be one last act of defiance before they leave.
Move it away!
It hit the front of the camera!
The boys are setting off fireworks and trying to blow up the trailers. They're aiming them around the floor. They're going to get the whole lot of us blew up if they don't stop.
As the celebrations get more unruly, the young travellers begin to fire at passing cars. But for Jimmy, the dangerous behaviour isn't cause for alarm.
Do you see sometimes, though, why country people might be intimidated by travellers?
I can do, because a traveller's way of having a laugh and messing about. Some country people find it offensive or intimidated because it's not like going to a park or riding around a BMX or a bike or something like that there. Travellers don't bother with that, you know what I mean?
Are they causing trouble?
No. Nothing like that. They don't know how to do that, do they? That's it. Kids will be kids, isn't it? That's the way it goes, isn't it? No, put the blinkers on, David! Come put on his hazard lights.
After the fun of the fireworks, it's nearly 8 o'clock by the time the group are ready to leave.
Stay back, stay back!
But the prospect of moving their young family in the freezing rain appears to have finally broken their spirit.
I'm getting really pissed off. The children should have been in bed nearly an hour ago. Jimmy have school in the morning.
Do you think it's hard on the kids?
It is, because it's not fair on them. Give her a go for 2 minutes, Jimmy.
No.
Let's go!
Do you hope all the moving will end soon for the winter?
Oh, I hope so, yeah, but it never will end, will it? It never does. It's harder for the kids as well, especially for us in the winter. Whoever is going to follow him. Move, Jimmy! Move, Jimmy!
Within minutes, the family are entrenched in their new home, a nearby car park outside a retail warehouse.
Lock her in now. That's it now.
Is this not a really stressful way to live your life?
Of course it is. who'd want to start moving caravans at 8:30, 9 o'clock at night up around, start getting them ready. And a pitch black like this here, you know what I mean? And caravans, they be cowl as well, so you've got to wait till you warm up before we put the kids into bed.
Daddy, want more?
Ah, fuck you. Will you hurry up?
It's really hard life.
Marie, when do you think you'll be able to get the kids into bed?
I don't know, I'm still waiting. Hopefully very soon. Because one of them's going to conk on the middle of the ground there because they're all tired.
Mum, is that my bike?
Right.
Is it hard getting ready the kids settled for bed after a big move?
Yeah, because they don't even get a proper wash because it's too late. Just getting a lick over baby with traveller's wash. A traveller's wash, basically. The other hand.
Are you tired?
Mum, I'm a bit hungry.
You're a bit hungry?
Yeah.
Traveller's life, very hard lifestyle, I'll tell you that.
You look like you enjoy it then.
Well, I intend to make it look like I enjoy it, but I really don't. Now, really, what I'd like to enjoy now this time of night, if I have nothing to do, I'd like to sit down with a nice cup of tea, and watch a nice bit of TV, a good film or something, but obviously, unfortunately, I can't do that.
As the winter sets in, the group eventually separate. Helen and David are staying at his parents' house while she's pregnant, while Jimmy and Marie reluctantly remain on the road, the game of cat and mouse continuing, whatever the weather.
Yeah, the accident, we don't know. We just get out of here first on the road, we'll know where we're going. Going to a car park or something.
But after years of life on the run, battling both residents and the local councils, Jimmy appears to be on the verge of giving up the fight and the travelling life for good.
Same process, just like a sucker. Just goes around and round and round. If someone's building a house there and said, look, do you want to move in there? It's okay, no problem, I'm in there. Like that. No problem whatsoever.
Now heavily pregnant, Helen is taking a break from travelling life. The respite is much needed. Soon she will give birth to their first baby. And their second.
David nearly got a heart attack when I seen twins. The woman said, baby one is a little girl. I never said nothing, I just kept quiet. Then baby two is a little boy. Yes, because he thought he was getting two girls and nearly got a heart attack.
Why would you not want two girls?
Because they're too expensive. Girls are very expensive. Two of them coming, Daddy, give me money for sunbeds, Daddy. Give me money to get my nails done. Then 2 weddings. You have to have 2 separate bank accounts, put £30,000 each into them for the weddings. He nearly got a heart attack over the 2 girls. So everybody's delighted, it's like the perfect little family, a boy and a girl. Just can't wait to get them. That's your own child, like you, that's yours, it's come from you. Oh, it's just, I can't wait, I really can't wait.
Helen plans to remain here until the babies are born. And despite all the pitfalls of the travelling life, unlike Jimmy, she is convinced that her family's future lies on the road.
What sort of life do you want for your babies?
They'll travel, like they'll live the same life I lived. And I'd like them to be brought up the way I was brought up and them to bring their children up the way I was brought up. Because I love travelling, I love it. I love going different places, meeting different people.
What would ever stop you and your children's travelling?
Nothing. Nothing will ever stop us. It's just the way of life, that's the way we're brought up. That's it, we just travel.